For all the professional cleaners out there, we see you. We salute you. Welcome to the Only Maids Podcast. Now your host, Nikki.
Let's get this money.
Hey, you guys. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Only Maids Podcast. Today, I'm sitting down with Lindsey, owner of Lily Fresh. We're in the same industry, same area, same types of clients. So technically, we're competitors, I guess. So today, we're going to be talking about competition, y'all, and having a real discussion about what that looks like in the cleaning industry. Hey, Lindsey, how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining me. So if you don't mind just reintroducing yourself and telling us a little bit more about your company.
Yes, I'm Lindsey Parija. So I own Lily Fresh House Cleaning. We're a residential house cleaning company and we're local in Melissa, but we service most of Collin County. I've been in business for about 4.5 years and I'm just loving it.
Competition. So do you actually pay attention to competition in the area, or what's your take on it? Are you focused on your lane, or are you paying attention to what others are doing?
So I think it's good to know your market, obviously be aware of what's around you. It's kind of like watching the news. It's like you need to be informed, but you don't want too much of it.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's like, usually I'm so busy with my business that I'm just so focused on that I'm aware, I would say, of what other businesses like are doing, but I don't spend a lot of time on it. Yeah,
Right.
I'm too busy with my own lane.
Right. We're so busy. But yeah, we see, so when you see other companies, like for instance, when you seen mine, what were your first thoughts?
Honestly, your company is like so well put together. I think like your website, just your look and everything, it's really like, I would say in the top industry, like websites and just branding that I've seen.
Yeah.
So, and that's always like inspirational because it's like, I love it when companies like represent themselves in the industry so well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's cool to me. Like,
Yes.
you know,
Oh, thank you, by the way. But yes, I have that. I love that you said that. I have that same type of energy. Like I get excited when I see, positive things and people doing well in our industry because, we get a bad rap a little bit. You know what I mean? We're not considered real professionals. Sometimes we're not even considered real business owners. You know what I mean? So it's like we have a lot to prove, I guess. But yes, I'm just like that when I see when your company is well put together, fresh.
So we were originally going to name it Pink Lily Cleans, but that was already taken. And so my daughter's like, name it Little Lily Fresh. So she named it. And it's funny because people call me Lily all the time.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, oh, maybe Lily is short for Lindsey. Do you feel like competition is maybe a little bit exaggerated in our industry? Maybe more people feel like
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I feel like there's so much noise out there with social media and all that, and it's just so easy to get distracted. Like there's so many things to get distracted with. That's why it's so important to focus on your processes,
Right.
business, because like those are all distractions and it's not really beneficial to pay too much attention to it.
I definitely agree, especially on social media. The competition factor is, I feel like, probably a little bit more exaggerated than it really is. And also, it seems like a lot of people are worried about others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Worried about their pricing and things like that, and feeling like it has an effect on them. Do you think the pricing, obviously, like you mentioned, the market is very important. But do you feel as though, the pricing of your direct competitors affects you? Do you stay up thinking about those things?
Well, I don't think everybody is a competitor. For example, like a solo cleaner is not going to have the overhead expenses that I have.
Yes.
So it's not comparing apples to apples. It's like comparing apples to oranges. So it's like everybody's a player in the game, but not everybody's playing the same game.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. That was a good important distinction. It's levels to everything. I know undercutting is an issue. Undercutting, people worried about, the lower prices undercutting their business and their opportunities.
Mhm.
Do you feel like that affects you? I know you made a great distinction as far as businesses and solo cleaners in particular.
Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
still see businesses concerned about solo cleaners taking their work.
I don't think so. I don't think that every some customers just want the lowest price, period.
Yes.
And I've had customers that go with the lowest price, period, and some of them come back because, it didn't meet their expectations, or maybe the first cleaning was great and then the cleanings after that just kind of like weren't at the same level.
Right.
And so I think that for instance, if I'm going to do a quote and I'm a company and then a solo cleaner does a quote and she quotes way lower than what I quote, um, I'm not going to undercut my price to match that.
Right.
So it's just kind of, it is what it is. I think there's definitely value in my service and what I provide. And so, of
Absolutely.
course, there's going to be people who are just focused on price, but I'm focused on value.
Absolutely, absolutely. I had to teach myself that. I started as a solo cleaner and then eventually got to where I was having subcontractors and hiring and things like that. And you're absolutely right. I had to remind myself my costs and my expenses are much more now. I can't compete. I can't haggle anymore. You know what I mean?
Right,
So those
right.
days are over. So you're absolutely right about that. But speaking about subcontractors, so do you hire or have employees? Because that's another factor in with the competition thing. I see a lot, especially online. People concerned about cleaners that they've hired for help stealing their clients.
I have had that happen. I think it
Oh,
just is part of the territory in the business. I do have a contractor agreement that has a clause in there.
hmm.
Uh, it's not like a non-compete, but it's like can't solicit, kind of more conflict of interest, stuff like that. So
Right,
that's what protects me, because when you're putting so much money into marketing, you
right,
definitely want to protect, the time and energy that you've put into that. I feel like if you really want to find good people, the processes that you set up for vetting people, application, interviewing, and all of that needs to be really consistent. And there needs to be a lot of structure in the way that you're handling that aspect of it.
right,
Because if the more time and the more focus that you put into that on the front end, the less time you're going to spend on the back end. So it's just
absolutely,
like going through a very structured process there that's going to
right.
help eliminate any candidates that just aren't a good fit or don't qualify.
Right, absolutely. And having systems in place and learning and educating yourself. If you learn and learn how to do it, you may not be as scared.
It just comes with the territory. It's part of the learning curve of being a business owner. I feel like probably all business owners go through that to some
Right.
degree or level with trust issues. So
But I do know some cleaners who have been doing this by themselves for like 20 years, a long time. Yeah. I'm like, how do
it's such a long time.
it's a very long time. What got you into the cleaning industry? Were you starting as a cleaner or did you immediately jump in on the owner aspect and hire out? What got you into it?
So my mom growing up was extremely OCD.
Mhm.
Like think of an OCD cleaner that you know in like times 10. That was like my
Right.
mom. So it was like growing up, she'd be like, go clean your bathroom. And then I would be like, okay, I'm done. She'd be like, no, go back and re-clean it. So
Right.
I kind of grew up that way. So I'm super OCD when it comes to cleaning.
Yes.
So that's like always something that I've just been good at because I had to deal with my mom.
Right, right, right.
I was in hospitality, property management for 13 years.
Okay.
I became a mortgage loan officer, and I was doing high volume in mortgage loans. And then, like, when the climate changed, I needed to make a shift because volume went down.
Okay.
and I got an opportunity to launch a cleaning business, and I was just an owner outright. So I hired one cleaner, and she just had a ton of experience,
Okay.
and she helped train me on more of like the professional side of cleaning. Like I was already really OCD and good, but there definitely is a difference and a distinction between, a mom that cleans their house and
A
a
big one.
professional cleaner.
Yeah.
So she taught me like the skills, that I would need to be a professional cleaner and look for professional cleaners.
Right, right.
And
Like
and
that.
she helped me build from the ground up because
Okay,
she was
awesome.
bilingual. So she
Wonderful.
she was helped me with the hiring process. And
Awesome.
so yeah, that really helped me a lot in growing my business.
Okay, awesome. Did she translate for you at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes. And then I got Google Translate and
uh-huh.
yeah, I've done all that. And I know a
Yes.
little bit of Spanish, but not fluently.
Right, same here. I know a little bit of Spanish. When I first started connecting with people in the industry, shout out to Vicky. She's actually in the Melissa area. Me and Vicky were real close, and I was using her to on my phone calls for interviews and stuff, and she would translate. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
awesome. That's the important thing about, you know what I'm saying, us connecting and community as far as the cleaning industry goes. You know what I mean? Because
Yes,
really it's all about resources
it
and
is.
meeting people and who you know. Well, social media has been around for a while now, but like we mentioned, it does kind of exaggerate how competition feels, right?
Yeah.
It really does. People seem to compare more than they should.
For sure. I mean, social media is such a great way to find clients, um, and just have an online presence in general. I think like it's definitely exaggerated because everything is a highlight reel. So
Yeah,
like on the outside, like your company could look like a five-star cleaning business, but you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. So I feel like it's not a realistic way to compare yourself to other
absolutely.
companies, because they could have an amazing online presence, but who knows? Like who knows what goes
Right.
on behind the scenes? So
Right. I mean, it's easy to look successful online, but reality might be a little bit different. Well, you said you come from what background? What work background?
like property management,
Okay, yeah,
multi.
yeah, yeah. Was there a sense of competition in that industry?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Really? Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
there would be like apartment community, apartment community, apartment community, and they all have different leasing specials, apartment specials. And so that's your direct competitor.
Okay, yeah. So it's not just unique to us, but it does feel a little bit extra.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or what are your systems and boundaries as far as sending business to local competitors?
So I'm a referral partner with you because I don't do commercial cleaning. So that's one of the partnerships because I don't offer that service. And then if I'm fully booked, then I have a couple cleaning companies that I can send them to. If it's like overflow business and I can't take the business, I'd rather put them in good hands with somebody versus them not being able to, or them like trying to find a cleaner on their own, not knowing like who they would trust.
Do you think some people take competition too personally?
Well, for sure. I think that if you're focused on, if you have, I think it really just comes down to mindset. Are you having a lack of mindset or are you having an abundant mindset?
Mm-hmm.
And there is plenty of business and then some for everybody to eat. So like
Everybody.
if you like go around your whole day worried about the next cleaner taking all your business and having that mindset, you're not going to be focused to really
Grow your
to
business.
really attract or manifest the energy that you want to bring into your life. So it's really a lack mindset, I would say.
I love that. I love that. I'm huge on mindset. You are so right. I love that you said that. It's all about mindset and how you view it.
There's so many cleaners out there. Like there's way too many for me to like know what each one of them is doing. I mean, like somebody will say, my house cleaner didn't show up today, and you'll get 40 people commenting on that post. And it's like there's so many out there. Like So it's just not a point you need to focus on because there's so much you could be doing within your own business. And it's just a waste of time, honestly.
It's all about mindset, like you said, that abundance mindset versus the competition mindset and trust issue mindset. So it's all about mindset. I love that you said that. And let's talk about reputation because this ties into it very well.
Reputation for sure. I feel like if you have a good reputation, you're going to automatically get referrals. Marketing is good to have brand awareness and get your name out there, but if you can't sustain that quality and that reputation, then you won't be able to consistently bring in customers and keep them.
I agree with you. Reputation is everything. I always tell everybody who bothers to listen to me, protect your reputation at all costs. You know what I mean? And that comes with your dealings with everybody, including clients, including other cleaners, everybody. It's very important. Have you ever noticed anybody copying something that you've done online or in your business?
Not really. I think there's probably a ton of companies who've done what I've done before me, and there's going to be a ton of companies who's done stuff after me too. I mean, it's good to be creative and make your brand stand out. And I think that stems more from your vision, your personal vision, and your personal brand, what that means to you. So for each business owner, that's going to be different. It doesn't mean one's better than the other. It just might have a different vision.
I actually had somebody steal my checklist, on my entire checklist, and not even attempt to edit it or alter it or anything. And I caught it on accident. I think she had dropped it in a reply to a Facebook ad looking for cleaners, and looking for a cleaner. And yeah, that caught me off guard. And usually, you can tell when you've inspired somebody, particularly on social media, but intellectual property is still important, you know what I mean? Even with AI.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So in this
And
particular,
that is frustrating when
yeah,
you as an owner put in hours of blood, sweat, and tears to develop your own processes and procedures and all of that takes so much time.
right.
And then somebody can just rip it off in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but it's like, how do you protect that?
Right.
It's hard. It really is hard because everything's readily available.
I have experienced that before, but like you said, some of these things are just part of it,
Part of the
you just gotta
business.
dust your shoulder off and keep it pushing, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
stay focused, like you said, stay focused and keep your mindset right and keep going forward. So at the end of the day, what actually makes someone successful in the cleaning industry?
Yeah, it's like a package thing. I would say like the best cleaners on my team, they're great in customer service, they're personable, they have really good skills, really good time management, organization, all of that, preparedness, a big one for me is attitude because you can only control your attitude and your effort. And if you show up to work with a bad attitude or low effort, like nobody can help you. Like there's only so much like we can do to help a person be successful. And as long as they show up with a good attitude and a willingness to learn and grow, then they can be trained. But like if they just don't have that, sometimes it's just not going to be the right fit.
It's not,
So I would say attention to details is a big one. But I think attitude and work ethic go the furthest when you're going to be successful in this business.
Yes. Attitude and work ethic, you guys. Y'all hear that? Attitude and work ethic will get you far in the cleaning industry. Thank you, Lindsey. That was a great discussion. Competition, it's not that serious, you guys. It's not that serious.
No, it's not.
Stay focused and appreciate and get to know your local cleaners, your local professional cleaners in the industry. Let everybody know where they can follow you, support you at.
On Instagram, Lily Fresh. It's Lily Fresh. I think it's Lily Fresh Cleaning, but hopefully that's right. And then on Facebook, it's the same, just Lily Fresh. So it should come up under Lily Fresh.
Awesome. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in today.